Foreign Minister of Lithuania, Kęstutis Budrys joins me. How did I do on your name, sir?
Yeah, very well.
Okay,
that's the correct pronunciation. Thank you for having me.
Why are you here in the United States?
I had a very good meetings already in Washington here, meeting Secretary Rubio, Secretary Bessent, and special envoy to Belarus, John Cole,
my husband.
today.
Yeah, my husband.
Yeah, and actually twice today I met him. There are so many strategic issues to discuss: security, defense, energy cooperation, economic security, and overall security situation globally. So this is the reason, and we, as being the strong allies, we have this need to coordinate our policies and to discuss the things.
When you had the incursion by Russian two planes, a fuel tanker and a jet, into Lithuania, was that an accident by Russia, or was that to sort of saber rattle and almost threaten Lithuania?
You know, in both cases, whether it was intentional or not, it shows that Russia doesn't pay attention where they conduct their exercises. First of all, they're doing it in such proximity to NATO airspace. They increase the probability of incidents just by the fact that they are so close. And when they violate our airspace, that is not then our responsibility to respond in a proper manner. It shows that our deterrence is not effective enough. They have to move away from our borders. We are not conducting exercise at the border with Russia, and we are not violating the airspace. Why should they?
Well, what's interesting, put up the map again for the viewers. I'm not sure. It's sort of, I didn't realize that there was a strip of Russian territory to your southwest. I mean, look at there. You've got Russia over to your east, the east. But you've also got this strip there, if you look on the map.
That's Kaliningrad.
And that's where the incursion was, right?
Yeah, from Kaliningrad. That is the most intensively packed territory in Russia with the armed forces. They have the Baltic Fleet, because it's next to the Baltic Sea. They have the core of the land forces. They have air defense. They have coastal defense. They have tactical nuclear weapons in this tiny area. Tiny area with 1 million people only.
And what is the border reinforced between Lithuania and that area of Russia?
Yeah, yes, it is. And we are paying a lot of attention on that border. Of course, they are protecting it, and the FSB, Internal Security Services, responsible for it. We have river going there, so we are not putting fence, like on the other side with our border with Belarus, where we put the fence, we build the wall just to counter the migration pressure. On Russia, we have the fence and the river. And we take a lot of other measures, electronic surveillance system, sensors and the others, just to control it, because they use for different sort of the provocations also.
You had to close down your airport in Vilnius recently, and that was from, what was coming from Belarus?
From Belarus, they try to instrumentalize and weaponize anything that is on their hand. So this time, this is the smuggling operations using meteorological balloons. So these huge balloons that can carry up to 40 to 50 kilos of cargo. In our case, this is cigarettes.
Why are they smuggling cigarettes?
Because they have overproduction of tobacco in Belarus. They produce in total in country 40% of all the production of tobacco is dedicated for smuggling. And they conduct then and organize it at the state level smuggling operations. And one of the ways how they do it, the meteorological balloons, because of our wall that we built with Belarus, it is difficult to do it.
Can they direct those balloons, or where do they think those balloons are headed? Do they know? Can they direct them into Lithuania or not into Lithuania? I mean, it seems like such a bizarre way to smuggle.
Yeah, they are following the winds, and then when the proper conditions are, they let them go. But that was the minor operation till the very recently, when the regime, the Belarusian regime, decided to instrumentalize it. They reach really high altitudes, and the ones then interrupt with our civil aviation. So we had to shut down our airspace, to shut down our airport, just because of the safety reason. And the airlines, they suffer huge costs on it, and that's millions and millions of dollars that they lose. And we were telling them, stop doing this, because you know what's the harm is in there. And once again, that's the NATO airspace, and what we saw as a result, those operations increased. And that was the proof that it was instrumentalized against us. And that then it was additional call for us to action, to increase our air defense. We need more radars, we need more missiles to shoot them down, and of course put some pressure on Belarus.
Well, the country's in a geographically uncomfortable position, to put it gently, as we look at the map. Mr. Foreign Minister, thank you, sir. Welcome.
But the message is here: we know what to do. We are resilient, and we have all our lessons learned. And thank you for having me here.
And I know that your defense minister has been here too. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.